All right. Good morning. Back to the Crimson. He made fried chicken last night, and it was really good. We need to work on our coating recipe because maybe a little bit more salt. We need to get some more ingredients to put in it. But a juiciest chicken. Chicken turned out really well on the inside, and it was a nice crust on the outside. It's just that the outside flavor could use just a little bit more flavor. Drowned it in buttermilk all day. I assume that helped with the juiciness. I don't know. But I'll tell you, it turned out really well. Just need to work on the taste just a little bit. Anyhow, hey, it's coffee. Oh, look, I need to put these on. Let me put my... Hey, look, I'm married. I really am. So, I want to maca pot the Crimson. I'm going to tell you a story about a failed maca pot that happened a couple of days ago. I think it was Sunday. I hadn't used it for a minute, so I said to myself, gee, what is the ratio? I forget. So I looked it up online, and they said 35 to 40 grams go in here. So I'm like, all right, well, I'll do 35 and we'll see what happens. So I put 35 in here, and I said to myself, that is really too full. But whatever. So I slotted it in here, put it on the stove. The grounds got caught in the rubber gasket, so the bottom of the pot overflowed, and coffee ran down the side of this thing. And luckily, I was able to clean it up, so nothing was hurt. But yeah, so not 35 grams. Probably going to go more for 25, 26. I don't need to fill the darn thing up. And also, I even had this thing on tight, because that was another thing I thought maybe I'd done wrong. And I took it off, screwed it back together, and looked, and it was the coffee grounds that got stuck in there. So that was a little upsetting. But, I learned. So I was also reading, I don't know how much of this online stuff I should believe. It all seems like garbage, and I don't think it'll ever catch on. I'm going to take the grind level on the Encore here. Bartiza? Somebody pronounced it once and it sounded right. I'm going to take it up to a very fine, because this is 0, and this is up in the espresso range, because this thing will do espresso. Another thing I read online, not sure if it's true, but we're going to get it up here a little bit higher, make the grinds a lot finer than, because usually we set it here between 10 and 20. 20 is a really nice medium setting. But we're going to try this at a really nice high grind setting. But we're still going to do some weight measurements. I want to make sure, because I think I want to do about 26 grams. Yeah, so let's see what that looks like. Good morning, Crimson. This was the can I was kind of talking about yesterday. It's not great. It works, but you kind of put it in here, and you do a little twist, and all the air does get pushed out. The rubber gaskets are okay. I don't know if I can pull it out this easily. I don't know really what it's doing. Oh well, tear. And it's not the greatest thing to pour from. Let's see. I'll do 29. 26. Oh, that's pretty good. That's where I wanted to be. So we'll do 26. We'll see how that goes. I'm excited, and since it's such a low amount of coffee, I don't think it'll take as long. But it will take a minute, because this thing, even though it grinds really well, when you get down finer, it does take a little bit longer. So let's see how this looks. Well then. This says 6 minutes. Been a lot longer than that. Holy cow. All right. So, wow. That was, Yeah, so, hey, it can kind of do espresso ground, but I don't recommend. And look at all the clumping. There's a lot of clumping in there. I wonder if I can... I need one of those... I guess I need a... see if I can find a toothpick in here. So we'll use a skewer and try to break these up a little bit. Shoo. That, yeah, so hey, it can go to 0, but let's not do 0 again. Wow, what a thing. That is unfortunate. But these grounds are really fine. It spat them out fairly well for the first 2 minutes, and then it really started choking, which is kind of disappointing. But it's all right. It'll be okay. We'll be fine. We will be fine. It doesn't matter that much. All right, let's get a paper. You know, I'm gonna do it this way because this is fun. I like this. It's the whole idea of an extra layer to get up out of the gasket there, to keep more particulates out of the collector here. All right, so let's fill this out. And then we may smooth it out just a little bit more. And take a look at these clumps here. Okay, so that doesn't fill the basket. So I guess maybe 30. Maybe next time we'll do 30. There is clumping, which is a little upsetting. They make a little, all of these little coffee things, because they're all incredibly niche and specialized. There's this little thing with multiple metal skewers at the bottom of it. It looks like a comb, but it's circular. You can go through here and you can just use it to smooth out these little round. They're not boulders. They're just coffee that just got put together with static electricity. But as you can see, with the way it roasted, with the way it went. Actually, there's no chaff in here at all. And we had chaff with this coffee yesterday. So with that, 10 is probably the finest this thing will go. Which is okay. Yeah, that doesn't fill it up. But we'll go with it anyway. I'm pretty excited. Okay. The water's hot. I'm gonna need this. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Let's move this over here for a second. Oh, actually, I need that, don't I? I need that. That's part of this whole thing. Yeah, probably another 5 ounces. I need to turn this around so I can see it. All right, see where it goes. Probably another 5 or 6 ounces. Or grams. I keep saying ounces because I live here, but it's grams. I need 5 or 6 more grams. All right, so we'll put this in here. We'll see how this goes. Like I said, it's not completely filled up, but doesn't mean it won't be fun and interesting. Yeah, that base is incredibly hot, so we will do my best. Get it about where I think it should be, and I think it should be right there. All right, let's start the magic, huh? Well, let's start the magic. One of these days, I will get it correct. We'll start the magic. It was hot. It was boiling when I shut it off. Still rather hot. It's still around the 200-degree mark. So we're going to put this on medium, and we'll wait for the magic to happen. It's a long time. Yeah, so won't quite go down to 0. I mean, these hash marks are meaningless, especially with a light. This is a light roast, so espresso needs a dark roast or an espresso roast, which makes sense. So this might be still a little too springy to be put through this at espresso grind. So tomorrow We'll get down the medium roast that's up there, and we'll try it in an espresso grind, and then we'll put it through the maca pot, and we'll see what happens. I'm going to get out my half and half before it goes bad. I've got a couple more days left on this. This is really good. We bought some Thai tea concentrate, which is the deadliest orange concentrate ever. It will stain black clothing. It is so dramatic. So, and you use half and half with it rather than milk to even it out, because milk's not heavy enough. This half and half is perfect. All right, so let's turn on the light here. There we go. And now we'll wait. It's going to take a little bit longer because the coffee's much finer, and it is pushing through a paper filter as well. So take a little bit longer for it to come up and through, but we should get it should look really nice when it decides to show up. Ooh, here it goes. That looks very dark. There we go. Look at that. Very cool. Once again. Coming up through that paper filter. Coming up through that metal filter. See if we can get an evener flow going here. Wow, it is really not doing as much as I had hoped it would. Yeah, maybe we'll just do it without the filter. The filter seems like it's causing problems. It's a little disappointing. Here we go, just a little bit more. Yeah, all right, here we go. Oh yeah, look at that. Close. That's very strange. This is a very strange one. The first time in a little bit that I've had to employ this. I thought there was more water in that. I mean, to its credit, it still smells nice. Let's see what we got here. Let it cool down for a second. I'll have to break this down and see where the malfunction was. I think it was the paper filter. I think we just not worry about the paper filter. Just work with as it naturally exists, and not worry about the paper filter. It seemed with a higher ground roast, there was too much back pressure being built, and the coffee, and because it was so fine, and the extra filter just caused everything to go wrong. So let's see how this turned out. Oh, oh my. Okay. Ooh, yeah, that's not great. That's just bitter and burnt and unfortunate. So we'll add some douse to that here. Make it drinkable. Oh, okay. Well, of course, the half and half helps. To not only cool it down, but to mellow it out. Now we can finish this up. See, even a failure can work out for the okay. You know, sometimes when it's like one of those stupid hanging cat posters. Sometimes when, you know, Life gets you down. You could just pull yourself up. It's just stupid. I think I've gotten way too cynical. It's just, Not this. This is good. I like this. This is fine. What I am going to do, though, is we're going to take this thing and we're going to cool it down using cold water. And I'm going to take it apart. I'm going to see if I can figure out where it went wrong. I may have screwed it on too tight is what may have happened, too. Let's see. What is the best way? We'll try it with a towel again. There we go. All right. Okay. Oh, look what happened to the filter. Filter came right off. Wonder if I didn't wet it enough. Now the puck looks fine. It's small, which is not ideal. Yeah, so the filter fell off. I thought I had wetted it enough to get it to stick, and when I put it in there, it must have got caught and twisted itself off. And okay, well, that's one. Wonder how much water is left down in here. That is still pretty warm. Okay, so we got quite a bit of backwash here from where the steam pushed it up, but then, you know, we lost pressure, so it let it go. Okay, so but that yeah, it's not a bad puck. It's very firm. Very, very firm. So we got quite a bit of coffee out of that. It's just that there was a lot more left in there than I would have liked. And the filter fell off. Okay, well, we got that figured out. And that just goes in there. Yeah, so we will probably go back to a 15 or 10. And we will not try to do a 6 minute, 7, 8, 10 minute grind on that anymore. All right, so at least it didn't leak. Yeah, so isn't that interesting? Unfortunate, but that's how you learn. That's how I figure stuff out. I mean, even the people that I see on YouTube who are doing it professionally have screwed it up. And you don't see their screw ups because they want to present you with the best possible solution. So there's nothing wrong with that. You want to see their best possible solution because you want to emulate it. And, you know, you don't know if it's going to work or not. You want it to. Sometimes it just doesn't. But yeah. Okay, so that's the Maca Pot morning. Got it figured out in the end. Got a cup of coffee in the end. That's all that matters. And like I said, any coffee that comes out of this, if you try to drink it straight, it's going to be bitter. It's going to be dark, it's going to be black, it's going to be angry, it's going to be bitter. So what you're going to want to do is, if you make stuff with this, unless you enjoy that, which there's nothing wrong with enjoying that, I'm just saying I don't, then you're going to want to add, half and half, or you're going to add milk, or you're going to want to, I don't know, maybe you've got some fun almond stuff that you want to put in it. That's fine. Drink coffee the way you want to drink coffee. Don't let someone else dictate to you how you should be drinking coffee. You look for advice, look for things that you might enjoy, and then adapt it to your kitchen. Adapt it to you. I mean, that's what this is all about. It's a hobby. This coffee, and that's what I saw James Hoffmann say last night. Coffee is a hobby. Espresso is a hobby. It is an expensive hobby, but it's a hobby. If you have time and can put forth the enough effort and fundage, it's a hobby. Otherwise, it's just morning coffee to get you in your car to go to work. Coffee is a lot of different things. But it tastes nice. I like that. We turned almost disaster into drinkable. Wow, it's a metaphor, isn't it? All right. Well, thank you so much for tuning in this morning. I really appreciate it. We will continue through the day and see you tomorrow morning, or thanks to YouTube, I guess, afternoon. All right. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.